D'Amico's talked about this, the swarm mindset, that whole mentality. So that's going to be pervasive throughout the organization.
25 lighters on the dresser, bad bitch Vanessa, yes or no key, just press it, my lane is reckless, or strong, they can feel the presence, wheel and deal, they can feel the pressure, fashion over bay like the dresser, got some issues, I wouldn't press it, y'all crash dummy shit, don't depress it.
What up, Houston? We're back, Bayou City boys. Caleb's traveling around New Mexico or Texas somewhere right now, I don't know.
He's on the Aaron Rodgers retreat.
Yeah, he's man. We're just gonna get right into it. You know what? Well, Texans finally making moves.
I love it, bro.
We were wondering what they were gonna do. Free agency officially started, and I guess there's been a handful, 2 handfuls of moves.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, of course, outshine the others. I guess we can. What has been, I guess, the move that you're like, okay, this is a legit.
The move that is the most legit to me is the most shocking one, and it wasn't a signing; it was a trade. The Shaq Mason, like I didn't see that coming. You virtually stole him for a 7th round, like a 6-7 swap, and he feels a need. Like it's definitely an upgrade. He could probably help King and Green. Like that might be the best player we got so far, in my opinion.
And you look at that O-line, I mean, of course, we had the Lermy Tunsil news of the Chiefs calling, and are they going to trade him? And, I mean, you have him, you have Shaq, you have your boy.
Fucking Titus Howard.
Titus Howard, yeah.
I'll say this, though. There's a really good chance that he can redeem himself to me with Shaq Mason next to him. I really feel that way. Yeah. So now we just got to find a center. But to prove... Like we've been talking about paying for O linemen forever, and if you think about what the rest of the AFC South did, like freaking, the Colts did bad last year,
yeah,
right? Now they're shopping for a tackle. The Titans let go of 3 starters. Lawan's gone. Ben Jones is gone. Nate Davis is gone. He went to Chicago, which I really wanted him, and I was mad. And then we got Shaq Mason, and I was like, all right, cool. Jacksonville, they lost Jawan Taylor. He went to Kansas City. So it's like, is it ridiculous to say that the Texans might have the best O-line in the division?
And it's not. I mean, everybody's crowning Jacksonville already as the next year. Tennessee's kind of in limbo where you're getting questions of if they're going to trade their star running back, what are they going to do? And then the Colts seem to be at the bottom with us where, okay, you need a quarterback, but you don't have the luxury of having one of the top 3 picks. So Are you going to trade? Are you going to do something? What are you going to do? And then it's us. And you look at what we have so far in our O-line. And we made the joke of like day one that, they're, what do you say, bargain deals?
Yeah. Bargain shopping.
I mean, you look at some of the names of,
like we get it. Like I get it. I'm pissed off that we didn't go get a superstar. But then if you really like sit down and think about it objectively, it's like, is a superstar going to change anything? Nah, not really. Are we in a position to win? Are we 1 or 2 players away? No, not really. So don't commit to money. And then also like back to what you just said, like you'll have a shit ton more money next year. A lot. I mean, we'll have so much more money than anybody else next year. It's not even funny. Mm-hmm. That's when we can re-sign the Tunsils, because if he gets moved, I'm gonna be mad.
At this point,
a year ago, his ass could have gone, but now I don't want you to go nowhere.
Yeah, I feel that. I guess we can look at some of these deals because I know whenever I was like on the Facebook telling people like this is what happened, people were like, "Oh, well, this guy is," and there's a thing called depth, guys. You need depth.
Yep. Not only is there a thing called depth, I just want to bring something to your attention. Not yours, but theirs. How many people did we cut before the season started that we brought in free agency? Like, you don't have to keep Boone. You don't have to keep Winovich. Like, we're just bringing them in because, like you said, we need depth. So that's not even to say that their ass will play for us when the season starts. So don't stress over it.
It was like the Jimmy Garoppolo thing. If you wanted him here, then I mean, good luck with that because I didn't want him here. You called it Case Keenum as a second string quarterback. And when I kept telling people like, oh, we got Case Keenum. They're like, oh, this is dumb, this and that. And I'm like, you're getting a guy that loves the city. He's from the city. He's a Cougar. He's a veteran. He's a mentor, and he's a known second stringer. He knows his role.
And he played for the Texans. Yes. And we wanted him. And there's a real possibility that we can keep his ass until he retires, and then you can end up being a quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. Maybe. I'm such a fan of Case Keenum that, like, I envision a dream for this dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be around forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I see. Like, 2040 head coach of the Houston Texans, Case Keenum. You know what I mean?
It's like, this is his city. Like, we show love to the people, and it's like, with me, it's like, that is a move that, I mean, we said it like 2 weeks already. We know they're going quarterback. We know
that Case Keenum signing proved it.
We know they're going quarterback. We know that they're getting a young quarterback. Now you have a mentor. Now you have an O-line that can protect them. I mean, they're still got to get the center, but they've been floating around names and everything. You getting receivers. You got Noah Brown. Got Robert Woods.
I love that pickup.
You called it,
but also like just yeah, I did. I'm not gonna say that, but just to prove a point, like on people not realizing how different this is than before. Robert Woods and Noah Brown are notoriously known for being amazing blockers on the line and up the field. So what does that mean? That means that you're no longer just trying to bring names in for a short amount of time. That means you're bringing names in to fit a scheme. Like, we know exactly what we're about to try to do. We're about to try to run the ball to open the pass. So you build that way. And the fact that I could recognize that, I mean, obviously I'm sure the other teams do too, but it's like, we're fucking doing something like a professional football team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes me happy.
Yeah. And that was the biggest key, is like when we got Noah Brown, everybody was like, oh man, he's a terrible, like, he's not the best receiver. And I'm like, yeah, but you look at what he does blocking.
Bro, mark my word right now. This is 3 hours into official free agency. By the 5th game of this season, the entire city of Houston will fucking love Beck. They will love Beck. You mark my words. Mark them.
I got you.
They are gonna love this dude, and what he's gonna be like the use check of our team.
Yeah.
And you know how much I liked him last year when I was talking about him. You're like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is, and I was like, just wait.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do shit to prove me right last year, but thank you God for bringing him to my
he played
team.
On the Broncos. There wasn't much that he could do on.
And he was like a second or third stringer. You know what I'm saying?
So, but still, tight end, fullback. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna do exactly what you need, and like you said, this scheme. And
the fact that they did bring him in. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's all I'm saying.
It makes me wonder what they're gonna do with other players. Like, I became a really big fan of Troy Hairston, our fullback. Yeah. So it's like, what are you gonna do with Hairston? Is Beck gonna be the fullback? Because I thought for sure, and it's like, if Beck's not the fullback, he's the tight end. Then what do you do with Tegan Quintoriano? Because I don't want to get rid of that guy, because he's a blocker, and I seen him catch some amazing fucking touchdowns last year. It was only a couple, but he did it.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, Jordan Akins, you gotta go. Brevin Jordan, you gotta go. I still want to draft the tight end. Like, if you ask me right now what I take with that pick in the second round, I'm gonna get a tight end.
Yeah. I mean, and
like, if Dalton Kincaid's there at number 32 or 33, I'm taking him straight up.
I mean, I don't blame you. At this point, people need to forget, you don't just build your team in free agency. You have all these picks.
Look at what you never build in free agency.
You don't. You fill needs and all that stuff, and you build in the draft. It's simple as that. And I get it. You get people like, oh, we should have gone there. We should. Why? Why are you going to hinder your team you don't even know if you're going to win the division with these plays? You're getting a lot of people on 1s, 2s deals and all that. Like we said, if they play great, amazing. If they don't, if they like Houston, hey, maybe they sign on again. If they don't, you're giving yourself flexibility when it comes to managing the team, what we've never really had ever, and all that stuff. And then you're looking at like what we said when DeMeco Ryans came to Houston. It was going to change the culture. You're going to start getting those 49er players. You get Jimmy Ward, you get Hassan Ridgeway. Like,
Like they're bringing that culture. Like somebody said, somebody proved a point yesterday about Jimmy Ward. It's like, okay, he may be on the decline. He's a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? Like he even lost some of his playing time last year to younger players, but he offers you something that you can't otherwise buy. And what I mean by that is he was with the 49ers his whole career. He played on that team when they were good. He played on that team when they fucking sucked. He played for a bunch of coaches. Like he knows the gambit. So like he's in a position to come in there and he can tell Petrie or Stingley or Christian Harris or these young boys like, hey, like this is not acceptable. Like this is why you suck. So if you change that, then you won't suck no more. You know what I'm saying? Ridgeway's the same. So and Shaq Mason's the same. So like we're paying for mentorship and experience, which we otherwise didn't have, and you're really going to need it if you plan on bringing a shit ton more
youngsters,
rookies in here.
But
I'm also like kind of happy about it because if you think about it, the players that we brought in over the past couple days, you at least signed like 3 or 4 starters. Sheldon Rankins starter, Jimmy Ward probably starter, Shaq Mason definitely a starter, Robert Woods definitely a starter. Robert Woods coming almost guarantees the fact that Brandon Cook's ass getting traded.
And then we didn't even talk about yet Sheldon Rankins signing.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Because you have Sheldon Rankins next to Malik Collins, which they're going to clog the middle, which is a weak spot for us. Yeah. And if all else fails, Hassan Ridgeway's there. So, see you, Roy. You know what I mean? And then also it makes me excited because you could take other players like, for instance, Thomas Booker, who played inside on the D-line. He's a little bit smaller. So it's like, I'm okay with trying to put him on the outside because he can hold his containment, which means he could stop the run. So, like, shit like that makes me excited at least.
No, yeah, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the Mike Boone signing at running back? I know we had our picks of running backs we wanted.
It's another one of those things where I'll give a fuck about you if you make the active roster on. You know what I mean? Because like I could foresee you not being here. I almost want to say that the fact that you're here also means that we're going to draft a running back somewhere. You know what I mean? Because you're because if we were just going to go pay a running back to come in, which I'm not saying he's trash, but it's like, let's just keep it real. You're not, the likelihood of you turning into Deontay Foreman for us is not very likely. We have a number 1 running back. And we need a change of pace back. So it makes me believe you're going to go get a speed back from somewhere in the draft.
No, yeah. And we've been saying it for a few weeks. What they do in free agency will show how they're building this team, what's their scheme going to be, and what their needs are. And they've already said it. Their number 1 is quarterback. And anytime you see a few teams sometimes, they'll get a quarterback and then they're like, go out there. And they have nothing to use, nothing to do, nothing. Even great quarterbacks, Joe Burrows and all these others, look at their O-line. They're depleted. They're gone. They're on their back and everything.
I just want to make something very clear to people, though. Like, this is why you shouldn't, at this point, give a shit if it's Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, because this is going to be a run-heavy team, straight up. Like, they're going to do all they can to alleviate the pressure from the quarterback. And that means running a lot of play action, but also like when you are running set pass plays, it's going to be quick shit. Get the ball out of my hands fast. You know what I mean? So like, I see the direction we're going. I love it because the only thing that I have on it is that it kind of fits what the division does.
Yeah. And I was going to say that next. Yeah. It's the run, then throw, then throw. And I mean,
but it's kind of, I think there'll be a lot of more shit disguised into that than you typically. I think we'll resemble more what the Colts were a couple years ago opposed to what Tennessee is.
Yeah. Because you look at Tennessee, they kind of run defense. That was all you were going to get from them. You knew if I needed to go to the quarterback, Ryan Tannehill's going to beat me. All right, yeah, good luck. And that's why they fall all the time. The Colts, I mean, you had a running back, you had defense, but you just kept going for old quarterbacks for some reason. And, I mean, now you're dealing with.
You know, what Chicago did in trading that pick so early to Carolina, I think they kind of fucked the Colts a little bit. Because I think the Colts were maybe going to make an offer for that pick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
If it stays as, I think the Panthers are even stupider for thinking that we'll trade picks with you because you were chasing somebody. No, go ahead, player. Get who you want. We'll take the other one.
Yeah, that
You know what I'm saying? We're not falling into y'all's bullshit.
they were so confident saying that, like, oh, they're
just to speak on what you just said. Is you legitimately are about to draft a quarterback in Carolina with nobody to give the ball to.
You just traded
your receiver away. So Terrace Marshall is the best receiver on that team. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, and you don't have CMC no more. So what are y'all gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever quarterback ends up there, I feel bad for him.
And
so whoever goes 2 is better off.
Yeah, and people, I mean, everybody outside of Houston makes fun of the Texans, but when you don't understand the moves that they're making, when you don't understand the magnitude of what DeMeco Ryans meant, when he signed, that whole shifted, the whole organization shifted, and now you're seeing the free agencies and you're seeing trades like Shaq Mason. You're seeing all these things that Nick's doing, and I kind of feel like DeMeco's saving his job to this point of barely right now. We still got draft, of course. We still got to see how all these players produce, but from a standpoint, it's kind of hovering over him because they're working as a team this year. Where it's like last year we were just bargaining for, hey, you want to play football? Hey, you want to play football? And it was like, and we said it though.
But also, I feel like they recognize what we are. Like DeMeco's like, fuck, this roster sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for 2 days, all I've heard was like, the Bears had a worse record than we did and they spent all their money. It's like, yeah, but they're a little different than we are because you put DJ Moore on that team. Now you have a receiving core. They're legitimately committing to a quarterback, so you know how you're going to play. You're building an O-line. Y'all's defense is going to suck because y'all gave Tremaine Edmonds a shit ton of money, but whatever. Offensively, you know what you're trying to achieve, so that's why you can commit to that. You know, we might be in that position next year, but we're not there right now. Like you said, you need to fill holes with the little bit of money you have, and then you go to the draft and think long term.
Yeah, no, and for sure. And if this doesn't get you even more hype for draft, I mean, I don't know what is at this point. Like, there's still names out there, there's still players out there that they can go after. As you're looking at, there's still trades of people that. I think once the Aaron Rodgers trade goes in, there's a more domino effects of other trades and everything else, because you're still going to have those teams that are like, is he coming? Is he not coming officially? But once it happens, there's always in sports that big domino holds everything up. And I said, we're going to see what, happens. I think at this point, the Lermy Tunsil stuff's dead in the water now.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I think we're one of the only teams in the league that Aaron Rodgers shit doesn't hold up, because we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. Because like the Jets can legitimately go to like legit contender in the AFC if they get him, but like still the people who might go there ain't trying to come here, so it doesn't bother me. Like you just said, like I'm focused on one thing: find me a center somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm operating under the basis of trade. Like that shit seemed to work. Let's trade with somebody. I don't know who we're gonna get and where we're gonna get them from, but do that.
Yeah.
Now the Zach Allen going to Denver pissed me off because I really wanted that dude on our team.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going to Denver. I mean, of course they got Sean Payton.
They spent a shit ton of money on O-line, and I ain't hating them for it. But if Russell Wilson don't produce again, you're gonna feel stupid. I
mean, so far, the only centers available still is, well, of course, Ben Jones. They got let go, 34 years of age. But he also got kicked off because he felt his physical. So it's kind of like,
right.
After that, it's really just Connor McGovern from the Jets, which, I mean, he's not the best.
I really wanted Brendel from the 49ers, thinking that DeMeco could pull strings, but
he went back for 4 years. There's Graham Glasgow from the Broncos, but he's like mediocre at best. I mean, at this point, it kind of feels like
it's still better than Quisenberry.
Yeah, I mean, after that, it's pretty much. It's not really.
We'll figure it out. I mean, I just think, man,
Joe,
would you take a center? Oh, man, I have a feeling we're going to eat that second round pickup on a center, maybe that third round pick. or trade back into it. I have that feeling.
If it's not that second pick, that second round pick, I think it's going to be a trade back up type of thing for sure.
Yes, like we're going to use third round pick to get back into the second because there's some center. I just get super nervous knowing Kenyon Green's playing next to another rookie. Yeah. That's what makes me nervous, not the fact that we're wasting a pick on a center.
No, yeah.
I just need to know how much Kenyon's going to improve. Oh, Jamal Williams went to the Saints.
Miles Sanders went to the Panthers.
Oh, we're just speaking on that. I have a question for you. So, like, speaking of the draft, Georgia's pro day was today. Jalen Carter showed up 9 pounds heavier than he did at the combine. Do you feel like he's trending in the wrong direction?
Yes.
And that means that he possibly will be there at 12 for us, even more likely?
I'm going to say that. Wrong direction for everybody else, right direction for Texans fans. Yeah.
I was thinking that, bro. When they said that today, I was like, there's a real possibility that somebody's going to try. Like, depending on his legal situation, this Joker is going to go somewhere between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be really pissed off if he's there at 12 and we don't take him.
Oh, no. If he's at 12, they better.
But then I'm thinking it's like, but you just got Sheldon Rankins, you just got Hassan Ridgeway.
But maybe that's why they are getting veterans also, because who's best to mentor a young person in the NFL on how to
But then who don't get minutes? Who don't get snaps? I have a feeling it's going to be a defender at 12. I just don't know who.
Yeah. There's a lot of it feels balanced so far in free agency of offense, defense, getting some love here and there for sure. I just feel like offense, of course, is going to be the first quarterback, and then that second pick is I want to say
if I had, but it has to be an edge rusher to me, or another linebacker, because like you have Sheldon Rankins, he'll be there. Malik Collins will be in the middle. Okay, well, Grenard's still on our team. He's obviously going to get a spot. We messed up and let Obo leave, which I was a big fan of that guy. So I guarantee you that you can get a starting pass rusher at 32, but they're not going to be as good as you can get at 12.
Yeah.
So what's more important? Do you go receiver or tight end? I still have to wait for that second round. I think I'm going to go edge rusher or another linebacker at 12.
Yeah, I actually think I have to agree with that. Like, it's the pros and cons of having so many holes, but
like I'm still a big fan of Nolan Smith. Like, you know that I'm a Nolan Smith. I'm the fucking captain of his fucking fan club. So you can do either one with him. You can play him at linebacker. You can play him at a speed rusher opposite of Grenard. You can do whatever you want him to. So to me, that versatility would help. I would say this. I'm going to be stupid fucking mad on draft day, bro, if we draft Lucas Van Ness over Nolan Smith. I'm going to be mad.
I was going to ask you about that because I
don't have an issue with Lucas Van Ness. I just don't feel like you're worthy of a top or one of our top 2 picks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel like, it's tough because it's I'm so sure of the first pick. I mean, I know the first pick's a quarterback. I don't know who it's going to be
at this point. Like I told you, it's going to be Bryce or it's going to be CJ. Just sit there and make sure that you're okay with both of them on that day. Yeah. But if you ask me, I feel deep down in my gut and to the bottom of my testes, I'm about 75% sure the Houston Texans are leaving draft day with Bryce Young.
Yeah, I think whoever gets first is either going to CJ. If they
I think Carolina's going CJ. Like I think that's like they knew how much we wanted Bryce, so they were willing to go to 1 in hopes that we would trade with him, and they still get CJ at 2. But it's like at this point we're like, nah, you got it, player. If you want CJ, take him. You know what I'm saying? Because we're okay with it if you leave him here.
Yeah. We're going to call your bluff and figure that out
because y'all gave up everything for him. So we don't have shit to give up. We can't afford to be giving up nothing.
Honestly,
I got a hot take for you. I think there's a real possibility, a strong possibility that with the number 4 pick in the NFL draft, the Indianapolis Colts takes Anthony Richardson
over Will Levis.
Yes. So think about it like this. Now, this is just logic that I was thinking about. Steichen just came from Philly.
True.
What kind of quarterback did he have over there?
It's true.
So he can legitimately say, I'm about to try to build the same offense with Anthony Richardson in Indy. And with anything that, like, you have a legitimate trade chip there too if you need it in Jonathan Taylor. Because you don't need an elite running back if you have that kind of quarterback. So don't be shocked if you get Anthony Richardson at number 4 to the Colts.
It's going to be interesting because I feel like as we get closer, we've said it, you're going to start to realize who's pinpointing what quarterback they want by the teams that they're building and all this type of stuff. And who's going to trade up and down. I mean, I feel like we're locked in at 2.
Yep.
But 1 and 3 are around.
There's only one scenario that I can think of where we actually make that trade with the Panthers. And that is if Bryce Young has the best pro day ever known to man. I think it's to some degree what CJ did at the combine. You have to come back and match it. Like, you can't look worse.
Yeah.
But if he does shit far and away better and his body looks better, Houston might be like, fuck, bro, we cannot wait. Like, I'll have to give up a 3rd round pick or something to bump one spot or something, you know? And which I wouldn't hate it. I mean, I'll hate it, but I would understand, you know what I mean?
Like,
it is what it is.
If you see what a lot of people are expecting to see, like you said, and he has that talent that you're like, oh, this can change our organization, do it. And I mean, when you're winning games, nobody's going to remember that 3rd round pick. I mean, you're going to get certain people, oh, this 3rd round pick could have been this person. Yeah, okay, whatever, but we have a quarterback. I don't give a shit.
I'm just rooted in the belief, and I did not feel this way pre-Bobby Slowik. I'm just rooted in the belief that if we try to replicate a lot of what San Francisco and the Rams and those teams do, that West Coast run first, open up the pass shit, there's no way you can't make me believe that CJ can't be better than Brock Purdy. Like, he's just going to be better at it. Yeah. And they won 8 games in a row. So I'm okay with it. They actually won more than 8 if you count playoffs. So I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm good. I mean, we've said it before. I'm good with either one of those 2. I don't want Will Levis. For all you Will Levis fans, have fun with that.
I'm almost willing to say that Will Levis don't go in the top 10.
Man, the way quarterbacks are, bro, I just feel somebody's gonna.
But that's why I feel like the Colts go at 4. But you wouldn't have to trade. I don't feel like, because if the Colts go Richardson at 4, who would need a quarterback? Maybe. I don't think Atlanta will take him. Not with the Heineke signing. No. So the Raiders are not going to take you because they just got Jimmy Dumbass. So like, I don't think like, you might get a team like Seattle with their 2nd pick willing to take a shot at you.
Like, I did think like Washington maybe, but then I mean, it's not a great signing, but you got Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. But then I kind of feel like he's that guy that can be a bridge quarterback type of thing. So now it's like,
but he's not even going to start. Ritter's going to start. Is it Ritter?
Yeah.
No. Who's their quarterback?
Yeah. I know it's not Sam Heineke because
no, it's not Heineke.
Yeah.
The young boy they got over there, forgot his name. Sorry, young boy. They're gonna do with him what they did with Davis Mills. It's like, I'm gonna give you a shot, and if you suck, I'm gonna bring Jacoby in. Worst case scenario, we're gonna get a really good shot in the next draft at Caleb Williams or Drake May. Like, they're gonna eat a year up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like they want to take on money because they still have to re-sign Chase Young and some of those other guys. So they need a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Levis might not go in the top 10. I don't think he is.
I mean, what it's looking like right now, he's 4th on. And it's only because Anthony Richardson is doing so much athletic stuff. I mean, throwing the ball is what matters, but He's doing all that I think his hype train's pushing him further. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have mock drafts where he's going first, bro. Like I'm like, what do you?
Now, one team I do think might take a chance on. See, I was gonna say Tennessee, but they need so much shit on the offense that I don't think it's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Do you think that Brandon Cooks gets traded draft day, or does he stay at this point?
I think he gets traded.
I think
There has to be some, like, I don't know Nick Caserio like that well, just a little bit well, and I know that there has to be something on the inside of him that pisses him off, knowing that I just got Robert Woods for 2 years, $15 million, and I'm about to pay Brandon Cooks $18 million next year, and he only won't be here.
So when Robert Woods got signed, Brandon Cooks was tweeting about it like, hell yeah, man, good luck, and this and that. Not like, welcome here, bro. And so it kind of feels like, and then you look at when he tweets anything, everybody's just like, get off my team, dog. Like
first off, quit giving yourself a nickname. Like nobody else calls you the Archer, but you're dumbass. So stop.
Yeah. It's like nobody ever does that at a game. Nobody's like, heck yeah. Like there's no part of it that I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm just.
And you know how I feel, bro. I told you last week, and I'm not saying this to the extent of the other guys, but if you quit on us, then fuck you.
Yeah.
And you made it clear that you didn't want to give us effort after we gave you money. So, I mean.
Yeah, I think he gets traded on draft day. I think we do a lot of trades on draft day for sure.
I don't know if he gets traded on draft day, but I don't. If he doesn't get traded on draft day, I think it won't be too far after that. And not to say that to be a contrarian, but just think about it like this: what if there's a team out there who's risking getting a receiver at a certain point and they don't? So they're like, "Shit! Now what do we do?" You know what I mean? It could be something like, I'll tell you what: if Carolina needs a receiver, switch spots with me, and I'll give you number 2 and Cooks right now.
Oh,
I'll do that in a freaking heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, I would give you want Cooks, bro. I will go pack his bag at his house for y'all, dog. Like
and give me a 6th round pick just so I don't feel like I got butt raped.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's like I just want him gone already. All the drama, all that. All the other teams kind of cleared all their baggage out, and he's just that last one there. That you just hear from, you hear stuff from.
Because I feel like if you come into the new, like I get why you would want to keep him because he is a good player. I'm not trying to say he's not. Our issues with you are more personal than anything. But also like if you have him come into the new season, I think that it's going to take a little bit of the shine and the hype that we would have around players like Mechie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you brought Mechie in with the Robert Woods and Noah Brown and Nico Collins and whoever else we get, like I would be so optimistic that I'm like by the week 8 of this season, Mechie's gonna take control of this receiving corps. Like I'd be happy for that. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to like going back to like when all we complain about is like, damn, every time Brandon Cooks is on the court, you have field, you have to appease him. We're running plays for his ass when we shouldn't. You know?
Yeah. Well. Cooks, hopefully you're traded. I guess we'll see. Once this video comes out, any more people come and end up getting what's it called?
I'm sure we'll get some people because we have to fill a lot of spots.
Yeah,
it's like you said, get some depth at O-line, maybe bring in another receiver or something. I don't know. This is the first time I can honestly say that I trust the Texans front office. Like, if you do something dumb, I'm going to criticize it, but I think that as paying fans, we get the right to do that. Other than that, I support the direction we're going because I like what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, so far, I have no complaints so far of who we've signed. What I want to get a few maybe, but I mean, it happens. Every team's losing people. Every team's signing people. It happens in there, and I get it. You want to play for a better team or you want a chance to play for a quote unquote dynasty. Hey, go do your thing. And that's your choice and that stuff. And it's cool. It opens up spots for other players. And we have a lot, like you said, we have a lot of draft picks. We have a lot of stuff to still do. So the city's in good hands, guys. guess we can move on to the team that everybody loves in Houston, the Astros.
Los Astros.
Spring training. You're starting to get a lot of more players moving back to the minors, and you're playing. I mean, your World Baseball Classic's kind of being weird with everything, but you see players in basketball all the time when they play for their country, they play really well and all that stuff because it's something different. And so I kind of take it with a grain of salt, but then I look at the way that they're playing because we've seen it on the Astros before. Luis Garcia, when he played for Venezuela, like that is like Luis Garcia that we've seen before in that Boston series. Altuve is showing why he's doing what he's doing.
Well, I was going to say, like, those are the guys that I expect to start the season hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're getting live action games like that are meaning something. So I expect you to come out ready to play.
Maldonado, Jose Urquidy.
Which is really – well, see, that's the one that's making me nervous because his little drunk ass can't stay healthy, and he's a little bit inconsistent. So it's like, man, I don't know if I want you wasting energy and your body on your country, but if you have to.
Yeah. Of course, the Framber Valdez, Kyle Tucker news is still out there, and I'm not really worried about it. Kyle Tucker is balling, though, for America.
It's like you said, bro, I don't even think about that no more because you just said it. We got 3 years or 2 more years of arbitration, 3 years of play. So where the fuck are you going?
Yeah, that one I'm not too worried about. Jordan, he looks like he's doing batting practice again. The hand still kind of – it's probably going to be something I'm worried about all year. But Lance, he's doing –
You know what I realized after last week when I was shit talk Hunter Brown so much? I'm already Astros impatient. Because, like, this dude legitimately pitched 2 innings that were bad, and I was, like, ready to give up on him. And then he comes out and pitches, like, 3 good innings. Don't give up shit. And I was like, all right, my bad, dog. My bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long season, too, and it's like –
it's just the Lance McCullers thing makes me nervous. It's like I'm so dependent on everybody else because, like, you don't know what Lance is going to do.
Yeah. You don't know when he's going to be back. You don't know when he's going to be healthy.
He said May. And I looked at our schedule from this last year to this year, and it's a little different. Like, I get we play everybody this year, but last year we started with a lot of games. I'm talking about it was days where you played 19 games days in a row. Get 1 day off and then do 8, and then a day off and do 12. You know what I'm saying? And we were so front-loaded in that season, especially on the road, that it got easy for us at the end of the year. So I feel like that's why we rolled into the playoffs like we did. But this year, it's almost the exact opposite, to where we start off with a day or 2 off every week. And it's like, oh, shit. Like, you coming out of the All-Star break and you got all these days. That's what makes me nervous. It don't make me nervous, but I'm aware of it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Depth is going to come into play of rest. And that's my biggest thing when people are like, why are they off today? Bro, they need a rest, dog. Like, you have to find rest somewhere. And you ask Bregman and all these other guys, they don't want to rest, but their manager, Dusty, knows what is good for them. They know.
Thank God we got the best bullpen I ever seen.
Yeah.
And I hope Dusty uses it. Like, don't do Dusty where you pitch a guy 3 days in a row and then give him 3 days off and then pitch another guy. Like, don't do that. Like, use it sparingly. You know what I mean? Play a little bit better situational football.
Baseball.
Baseball, my bad.
Yeah.
Got me all worked up.
But I mean, I agree. I just like the biggest thing is I keep seeing is the Yuli one, and he of course came out to Cron and said they never offered me a contract, and and it's love. But bro, that's business.
It is business. The problem that made us look bad is that he signed a minor league deal with the Mariners. And then people their immediate question was, well, why didn't we offer in a minor league deal? And it's like, that's disrespectful to Yuli to be like, to demote you like that.
Yeah.
That's like saying, hey, I'm leaving you. I'm going to marry this bitch, but you can live in that room if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not right. I still operate under the, assumption what we should have did with Yuli is ask him to be a bench coach. Like, pay you to be a bench coach, and if I need somebody gets hurt or something, I'll sign you to an active roster contract. That's what I would have done.
No, yeah, I see it, and then but I'm also like, you're building what you're building. You're building longevity, and Jose Abreu's been so good so far. You're seeing what he's gonna do. People forgot he signed here. Like that free agency signing was amazing, and it kind of I laugh because I see Astro fans. Oh, this Dana Brown guy, he doesn't understand the culture here. He doesn't understand. Dana Brown's no scrub as a GM. Like, let's
Not
get
at
that
all
serious. Like Jose Abreu, people are like, oh, he better make sure he can fill those shoes for Yuli. Jose Abreu's no scrub. Like
he's an MVP.
Yeah. Like let's be honest here. Like I'd feel different if he didn't get signed and we didn't sign anybody to fill him and we're just okay, then I can understand it. But the other part is we're not the only team in baseball.
Nope.
Nobody else gave Yuli a deal. Nobody else was like, oh man, he's not signing. Let me give him a deal. And it's just like
the reality of it is, and you know, I'm a Yuli fan. And first off, the point I want to make is Yuli and Abreu are different players. Abreu's an offensive guy. Yuli at this point in his career is a defensive guy.
Yeah.
So you can't put Yuli expectations on Abreu and expect him to live up to it because it's not what he's going to do. And then secondly, it's like, damn, I forgot my second point. I feel more confident going into this season with Abreu than I would with Yuli because I don't worry about what Abreu is going to do with the bat. But if Yuli goes 70% of the season batting .213 again, that's not good because our pitching staff don't have Verlander on it. You need runs.
Yeah. And that's what I try to, like, I'm trying to get people to understand is you can't look at this season as last season. There's missing pieces. There's different players in different positions now that have to pick up the slack. Jeremy Pena, nobody knew who he was really coming in. Yeah, you're filling Correa's shoes. He's coming off of his best season he's probably ever going to have unless he just is a monster coming out and does something even better. But being realistic here, he now has people know who he is. Oh, that's Jeremy Pena. I gotta go for him. Kyle Tucker's in contract terms, so he's gonna play hard. You have an older Altuve, you have an older Bregman, you have a pitching rotation that we kind of already know. Framber and Javier are your 1-2 punch. And then after that, it's kind of like, okay, is it Garcia and Hunter Brown? How are you going to do this season? What's going on with Lance's elbow? Like, there's so many questions. Urquidy, what Urquidy am I getting at this point? Like you said.
But that's why I trust Dusty because it's like, we talked about it. It's like, all right, Bielek, I need you for a month, bro. I need 4 starts out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you have to like use the depth that you have. But people just got to realize, you just said it, bro. This season is not last season. Seattle made a shit ton of moves. You may think you know everything about the Astros, but go see what Seattle did. Those young boys are not playing with you. They're coming to fucking get you. So runs are at a premium. This bullshit where we go 4 games where we only scored 2 runs is not going to work. Like you're not going to win the division doing that again. No. We need to do like we did a couple years ago when we lost to the Braves, where we were freaking averaging like 5.5 runs a game. Like we have to be on that level offensively.
Yeah.
Straight up. With the bullpen and the ability to score runs, we're the hardest team in baseball to beat, but you got to go out there and do it. And you're not going to do it with Yuli hitting 1 month out of the season.
No. It's just the truth of it. I mean, and that's why you have guys like Hensley and all these others that they're focusing so much on what they're doing for offense because
but just things that we've done proves that they know what we need to do. If we're being completely honest, Jose Abreu and bringing back Michael Brantley, they're hired guns. Like they're you're basically like a mobster being like, yo, like hold these guns and shoot at them when they shoot first. And that they're literally coming in there to each try to give you 25 home runs and 85 RBIs. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not getting shit out of Maldonado.
We just No, we know what Maldonado is. And he's like the one person where, okay, your defense is good. Your control, the pitchers, that's all I need you for, bro.
You
You
know
give
what
us all
Maldonado is? It's like when we had PJ Tucker. It's like, all right, I know you try real hard on defense, so you don't got to score.
Yeah, you're 0 for 5, but it's all good, bro. For me, I feel like when it comes to the offense, you look at teams that last year, like Philly, San Diego, Padres, and you look at like how they went through playoffs of a lot of runs. They were beating pitchers left and right. Yes, we had the best pitching in baseball. We don't have that luxury anymore or we don't know yet. It's an up in the air thing because you don't know how people are going to perform. But like you said, how has our division got better? Okay, Oakland A's, I don't know what the hell they do. But then if you have a healthy Angels, you have Otani and you have Trout over there. Boom.
And
Those are two
Rendon.
guys that can get the ball out of the park anytime they want to. Then you look at Texas Rangers. Yeah, they don't have the best, but they did sign players. They got a pitcher in DeGrom that if he's healthy, he's an ace. And they went and got people to come and beat you. That's what they said. We're going for the division first. And then you have Seattle. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, Seattle from 1977 has not done anything. They never won anything. But you have probably one of the best players in baseball on that team.
That team is legit. I ain't gonna say they scare me, but that team is legit. Like they have real baseball players on it. If you don't show up to play, they will beat the shit out of you.
And they want, bro, after beating them in the playoffs, after disrespecting them on social media, talking about, especially after that game of 16, 17 inning, bro.
18 in, bro, they took us, they fought us harder than anybody else. Like the Phillies beat us a couple times, but it was more so like bad managing. We weren't prepared. The bullshit weather delay. The Yankees weren't. I forgot what we played them because their sorry ass didn't do nothing. But Seattle legit brought the fight to us. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally took an act of heroism in game 1 from Jordan, and then we went 18, and they went 17 and a third innings with us, and we're like, no, we'll sit here and box with you. That's a good ass team.
No, that team, that out of any team in the division, that it's that team that I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and the jokes are funny and all, but when it comes down to play, I know our players are like, that's who we got to stay above. That's who we got to stay, because we faltered for a bit. They were leading the division and we climbed back up into it. You can't do that again this year.
Well, we were up by a lot and they caught us. I mean, we say caught us because they got within 10, but like we thought we were the King Dingling. But it's not even just them, bro. Like, think about it. Like, the Yankees are scrubs, but they don't always play like it. So you got to assume that they'll come prepared. Cleveland Indians, like, they got a little bit better. So you just have to come and be better. Like, you can't rest on that win from last year.
Nah, and it's a new season, and we're playing everybody this year. And there's a lot of teams that don't like us, from old Astro rivalries to the scandals to now that we won with no cheating. And good luck, bro. Like, we're gonna, but the way I see it is, you're the champions. You're gonna get everybody's top game.
Well, you were already getting it because people hate us. But now that you're the champion, they're gonna find a way to get your ass. You know what I'm saying? You got to come correct. That's all I can say.
And that's why I feel that Abreu signing, what he brings, bro, is going to be dominant for this team.
And who's to say that, I'm a Hensley fan. I always stick up for him. That he sucks and then Houston don't go trade back for Yuli. And like, all right, now you're our first base utility player DH if we need one.
And if Yuli doesn't even make the team, he's on a minor league deal.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff. Like, there's still, and you still have trade deadline. Once you start seeing these teams that are just like, damn, we suck, dog, I gotta get rid of these guys. People are gonna become available. Oh, we can't re-sign this person. Oh, well, I might as well trade. Right, well, what do we got? And minor league players that are gonna be like, I gotta do good this year. I gotta make it to the majors. Like,
oh, I promise you, at some point, the Houston Astros trade for another catcher. I see that coming. Like, that's for sure.
You don't think Stubbs is gonna be the guy?
No. See, but that is one of the things that I like, that I think that sustains the Astros' success that people don't realize, is we continually bring in these guys that know how to play baseball and they're hungry. Like they don't win shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Abreu hasn't won anything. Jake Myers has a lot of shit to prove. Hensley still has shit to prove. And those are the guys that'll get you through sometimes, you know? And I like that. So like you just said, maybe Stubbs will come out motivated. You never know, you know?
I said we got a lot. I mean, still spring training. There's still a lot of unanswered.
We're gonna go in hard on the Astros in the next couple weeks because I want to look at stats and kind of project some shit, because the benefits of like being an Astro is like you don't know. It'd be weird, but like Bregman might be batting cleanup, but have like the 6th most home runs. So, you know, like it's just the way we're set up. We're a little awkward, but we do good. So I always want to we'll do like a little prediction or something in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we can see how the rotation is going to be, everything. We'll probably break them down more than likely.
Yeah.
Talking a lot more Astros. I guess we can go on to they've been better. Let me be generous. The Rockets have been better. They've been fun to watch. You're actually seeing progression in players. And
I text you every time Jabari does good, and I just feel like a proud big brother. And it's like this is what I knew was here the whole time.
We recorded a video praising Jabari, and everybody was talking shit about us. People were on Twitter like, "Oh, this dude sucks. He's a bust. This and that." Now, all those people that were commenting on our video are, "Oh man, Jabari's playing great. Oh, he just went 1-on-1 with Tatum. Oh,
like I don't want to hype him and think that that's sustainable, but I see what's there.
There's sparks. There's embers.
Yes.
Now you have to hone that fire and grow it. And it's, to me, it's like you already saw what his build was. You saw what he could do. But it's like when it comes to him scoring, like we told people, he could score. He did in Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, why isn't he doing it now? Well, if you don't run any damn plays and you're just playing ISO ball.
Even the coach said they don't do him no favors by not running plays for him. I feel, you know, like I hate shitting on Sengun, but I feel like Sengun went to the bench with his injury and Jabari got better. And I'm not trying to say I told y'all so, but I've been saying that the whole year. Jabari moved to the 5, Tari's at the 4, and KJ Martin's at the 3. And it was like with Porter and Jalen, I was like, this is the most fun I've had watching the Rockets all year. And then Deshaun Nix came in the game, and I was like, fuck.
He ruins it. He always ruins it.
I'm standing firm in the belief to fire everybody, though.
Yeah, man, it's tough. As messed up as it is, I don't think Raphael is going to get fired, only because it kind of seems like Tillman doesn't know what he's doing. He don't want nothing to do with it.
But that's the thing is, if you go back to Tillman when he bought the team, we were king dingaling. We were only people up there fighting with Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was going to beat them, it was going to be us. And he was all in on it. Oh, it's so much fun. And spend what you have to, blah, blah, blah. We suck. And it's like he completely lost interest in it. He like it does not look good on a team when your owner's like, oh, well, I don't care. I'm going to Mardi Gras. Pray for Victor. Like, no. Like, you're the last fucking person to be saying that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Tillman seriously needs to take a vested interest back into the team enough to where he can put the right people there to build it.
Do you think that he bought this team for like maybe his son or something?
I think that had a lot to do with it, but I also think that it was like he legitimately probably looked at it as a money-making opportunity that they thought they knew about, and now they realize that they might be over their head.
Yeah.
So you have to get the right people in the building. It's Cal McNair all over again.
Yeah. And that's where I was going to say, I feel like Cal McNair is trending up and Tillman's trending down. And
I just feel like Tillman's
the only thing I say that saved Tillman right now is that, well, not now, because what I saved him at the point was that the Texans sucked so bad.
Yeah.
They kind of overshadowed it. Now that they're trending upwards, all eyes are on you, bro. You're going to have a top 4 or 5, whatever pick what are you gonna do? Right now is a key moment on it, and
that's why I feel like you fire everybody. Dumbass Stone been there what 4 years maybe.
Yeah.
Like, except the fact that he was a decent bridge GM, we're gonna get somebody in here who really knows what they're doing. Because like for everything I hear, Rafael Stone has got a big head on him anyway. Like he really, like they say that he tries to maneuver everything, like who plays, who shouldn't, and he's more involved than he actually should be. And that's a lot of the problem is Silas don't stick up for the team. So it's like, okay, well, you have a bully and a bitch. I don't want either one of you. Let's get some real people in there. And that's a reflection on how the team, the youngsters view being a pro basketball player. Because I swear to you, bro, if you get a real coach in there that makes Jalen and Jabari and those young boys do shit the way that it's supposed to be done in the NBA, we have the talent. Because we only beat good teams. How does that work? We beat Milwaukee and Phoenix and Boston and Philly. It's like, how do you only beat good teams?
Oh man, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, you beat the Celtics, but then you lose to like anybody else. I don't know, man. It's for sure once draft comes. I mean, we've been saying it. Victor, Scoot, Victor, first 2 picks, of course. But whenever the season ends, you have to look at the pros and cons of each player, how they're going to play together. And I mean, for sure, Silas, I wish you the best wherever you go, but I need a new coach. At this point, a new GM, I will take it. I don't care. I'm not invested in Stone. If it doesn't happen, I guess I understand, but I better love this coach enough to where it's a coach that's like, hey, get out of my way, like a Mark Jackson or something. Like,
it either has to be Ime Udoka, because that's somebody that these young guys know, or it has to be Kenny Atkinson, because he's somebody that they have the resume that they will respect. When I come in here and yell at you, understand it's for a reason. It's because you're doing something wrong, not because I don't dislike you.
If they went and got Ime Udoka and then got, let's say, the first pick, I'm cool.
Yep.
Y'all figure it out. It out. Let me know.
I'll actually be a little bit nervous because I know what they're going to do with the first pick. And I'm swearing I would rather have Scoot than Victor. Not to say that Victor's going to be a bust or anything like that. There's just too much shit about him that makes me nervous.
I'm going to go into this the same way we went into Jalen Green and
we're unlucky though, bro, because we're going to finally get the number 1 pick and then the whole time be nervous about Scoot. I mean, just think about it. Like, I guess they're all individual people, but like Zion, he's not a bust, but he can't stay on the court.
And that's what I was going to bring up, because a lot of people are comparing Scoot's body right now to Zion. And so it's like now you kind of everybody's kind of worried about both of them. Like one's too damn skinny and one's too damn big.
But like I would rather be too damn big because I can play my way out of it. I can't just keep healthily add weight. Because like look at Chet Holmgren, man. Like he dominated. He looked really good in the summer league for 2 games, and then he got hurt on some fluke shit and he missed a year. So and then the history we had with Yao. And then, like, there's just other guys like Greg Odens and those. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, man, I can't deal with that right now. I would rather just take Scoot.
For me, man, if you're not sold on Victor, I would trade it. Get a bunch of stuff that you can get.
But I don't want picks. I want players.
No, go get like Tyler Halliburton and.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
He could. For Scoot, they probably would take it. Hey.
We would have to package some shit together, but yeah, I would definitely do that. But in my opinion, if you don't get a top 2 pick, I would entertain the idea of taking that first round pick and some players and go get me a superstar. I don't know exactly what that would be at this point, but I just want one superstar on this team for these young guys to play with, but not like a ball hogging superstar. You know what I mean? Like just somebody who knows how to play basketball.
James Harden.
No. I've seen this dumbass YouTube video about James Harden coming back to Houston and the most likely outcome of who he'll bring with him. And I was like, this is fucking gross, bro. The 3 players that this guy suggested James Harden or he could potentially bring to Houston with him, actually there was 4. The best of them was Kyrie. And I was like, I don't want Kyrie. No, the other 3 were Draymond, Big Cat, and Pascal Siakam. The only person I want less than freaking James Harden is Pascal Siakam.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long offseason. It's funny because once you get done with NFL draft, it's pretty much NBA like time for free agency,
playoffs. Oh yeah. You're hitting like middle of playoffs about that time.
Yeah, because it's playoff time in April, and then right after that in like June is like free agency, and then
I just want to say this: like the Rockets are getting ready to play the Lakers, right? Sengun's going to actually play today. I'm going to pay attention to how differently Jabari plays. Because Sengun hasn't played in like 3 games, and Jabari, he's literally controlling the middle of the court.
Mm-hmm.
So
shooting 40% and everything.
Yeah. I want to see if Sengun truly is in his way. Because the other day when we played, who did we play before we played Boston?
We played San Antonio twice, and then we played.
Then we played Indy, and then so we played somebody, right? And Jayshawn Tate and Jalen were doing a handoff pick and roll at the top, kind of off the top of the key. And then the second that Sengun came in, he stepped in the middle of that, and Jayshawn was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, you literally just seen us run the same play 5 times in a row, and you decide to run in the middle of it." So I want to see if Sengun is a problem on offense or not. Because if he's a ball hog or whatever like that, I would trade you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of questions. I mean, for sure. I think if you're gonna have to pick one at some point,
and especially if you bring in Victor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
I just feel like Jabari plays the 5 better than Sengun, and Jabari's not even a real 5.
Yeah.
So Jabari should be a natural 4.
Yeah. But then if you think of Sengun, you want to put him as a 4, and so they still run into each other, and it's just like.
And then you could put Jabari at the 3, and no disrespect to Jabari, he ain't as good as he thinks he is on defense. Like, he's a really good team defender, but then like
he'll get beat for sure. It happens.
Well, my question is like, did you stop Tatum on that last bucket, or did Tatum miss a layup?
He blew a tire and missed.
I think there's 2 truths in that. Like, he realized how long Jabari was and then where he was, and that's why he missed it. So you gave him problems, but you didn't do nothing to stop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like you blocked it like a Giannis or like a LeBron type block. It was oh shoot, I have to double think. Oh, I blew it, and yeah.
And if Tari Eason wouldn't have came over to help you, he would have finished on the other side of the backboard, and we would have been pissed off we lost that game by a fucking go home layup.
We've seen that before in Miami.
I said it a million times, put Jabari at the 3, but I don't think that could be something that's sustainable for a long period of time. So I don't know, man. Sengun, bro, I appreciate you and all, but I think I have more value out of you as a trade piece.
Well, it's gonna be interesting because we'll probably talk about that anyways. March Madness starts up. Cougars are in there. They lost to Memphis. Everybody said they didn't really care because that was like more of a participation award.
We said it in the text as soon as it happened. It's like, good. That's what they needed was an L, because now they're gonna come in stupid focused. You probably don't even need Sasser to play these first 2 games. Just let him come in healthy for the Sweet 16, maybe even the 32 if you need him. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be really mad if we're not in the championship game in our own house.
I think
straight up,
you save Sasser until you need him for sure. Because you were able to beat East Carolina without him.
Mm-hmm.
Then you pretty much, I mean, you could have beat Memphis if your guards just played a lot better.
But not only that, is Shed had just hit a fucking walk-off 3, like a buzzer beater 3, so they came in motivated. And 2, like, they had the dude on their team, I forgot his name, but he's 26 years old. Like, you should be in your NBA prime, bro, and you're beating up on some 19-year-old.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I was like, I'm fine. I'm cool with it. I don't know. I'm ready for March Madness. I hope they're in at least the championship round. I think
they better get to the Final Four to play in our own building. Like if you don't get there, then I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah,
But I feel like this is your best chance to win a natty because there's a strong possibility Jarris Walker goes into the draft, which means you're probably losing your most skilled player.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you could just replace that. You have to take advantage of the team you have now. Marcus Sasser was the AP All-American. So, I mean, you have legit talent there. Go win it. Play Cougar basketball. Offensive rebound, putbacks, play defense, pressure the ball, be shed, and I think we could beat anybody in the country.
They played great defense, but then they were giving up second chance shots after second chance shots, and then
we weren't taking the shots. Like there was times where like they were falling back on Trayvon Mark, and I was like, bro, he's inviting you to shoot that three, and you're setting up to shoot it. Just shoot the bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we can't offensive rebound when you keep dribbling hard. Fuck?
Oh man, Cougars, good luck. Wish you the best. I'll be watching for sure.
We play tomorrow night at 9 p.m.
Yep, North Carolina.
I think it might be 8 p.m.
Was it Northern Kentucky?
Yeah,
I think, or something like that. Yeah,
I think we play at 8:30.
Yeah, it's a game. We got number one in your area.
Well, it's supposed to rain all afternoon tomorrow, so I'm gonna take care of my business, and then I'm gonna bring my funk ass home, and I'm gonna sit on my couch with no t-shirt on, and I'm gonna eat junk food and watch March Madness.
Yep. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
Sabercats are back. Oh, we talked about it the other day. You might get your hockey team, bro.
No, the Houston Fox. Hey. Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like,
no, they were actually talking about it on ESPN radio that there's some legit people with a little bit of that work within ESPN. They're like, Houston and Atlanta those are the spots that are going to get something. One of them, whoever can, come up with an idea of like a building. So
it's two big markets. It's in sports. It's more eyes on hockey on NHL, which they want.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they need it. You look at MLS, what they did, starting from pretty much nothing and coming in, and they're sustainable. They're doing very well for whatever they have from. I think they had like 8 teams to now like a full like 16 or 20 or something. So I mean, I just feel like the way that Katie's growing, I feel like will sustain an NHL team.
I agree with that, but I also feel like because it's the NHL and like we don't realize how big hockey is in other parts of the country. Oh, good dunk, KJ. That when they say a facility, we're thinking like, oh, put them in that shitty little warehouse somewhere on Kate and Katie, but they're thinking like, no, we want to use the Toyota Center.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's their train of thought. And I don't know how that would conflict with the Rockets.
Well, I mean, it's gonna take NHL and NBA to for sure
set their schedules
up, and then it will probably. I mean, if as long as I feel they're bringing in people, then you end up getting the concerts is what's going to probably take the most hurt, or the events, because the schedule of hockey being more winter friendly than. And I mean, they kind of are on the same time frame. It's not like when this is over, this one starts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how they would. Like, I would also entertain. Well, I just feel like the Toyota Center would be the spot where you can get the most people to go to. Because like, if it's all the way in Katy, I may go to one game just to say we went. But like,
no,
you know how many Rockets games I just go to just because it's there.
What? No, and what I meant is like people from Katy will want to go to Toyota.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant. I think Toyota Center is the perfect spot for it.
It's the perfect spot for everything in Houston.
Yeah, you had the Houston Aeros over there, and yes, it was a minor league team, but I remember how they did when I was there one time. They were doing the ice and moving it for the basketball court, and so I feel you already have a stadium that was built for it. I went to Aeros games and they were fun to watch in those seats. It was cool. It was everything else. And I love Toyota Center. It's just
it's the most amazing venue we have.
Yeah.
Like straight up. And I think the Fertitta Center might be too small.
Yeah, I think it is.
But I will also say this: if the Fertitta Center did get used for a pro hockey team, the way that it's set up and the ambiance in that place, it'll look so fucking dope on TV. Like I would legit go to that. You know what I mean?
That would,
because there's not a lot of people. It's kind of closed in. It'll be stupid loud in there. I would go to that. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out so the most people that I guess can fit in the size of a.
What you should Google is find out if there's any other city that has one venue that hosts NBA and NHL. I think Boston does.
Yeah, they do. They have the Celtics and then the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, so I know it's possible.
Yeah, because when I went to Boston, they had both the banners on one side and then they had the banners on the other side of. And so there's a few actually now that I'm looking at it. Dallas Mavericks and Dallas Stars.
Then it can be done.
Yeah, Wizards.
If that stupid ass city can figure it out, I'm sure we can figure it out.
The Lakers, the Clippers, the Kings.
Oh damn!
So they have 3. So it can be done. Detroit, yeah, it's a lot of NBA teams: Pistons and Red Wings, Knicks and Rangers, Celtics and Bruins, Bulls and Blackhawks, 76ers.
When the hockey team gets here, I want them to steal the color layout, how the Roughnecks have their jerseys.
Ooh,
I like that. Yes, exactly.
That'd be dope. I think it would be good though. You can have one side Rockets, one side whatever their name is at the time.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it's not. I'm not gonna put it as much as Texans coming back hype, but I hear a lot of people like, man, I wish the Arrows was there. Because it's something. Hockey's different. It's different. It's hot as hell here sometimes, so I don't mind.
The good thing about the Arrows games when I remember going is it was never packed. Yeah. It was always room so you could move down. And then it was so open that you could legitimately just fucking say anything and not offend nobody.
I remember talking shit to players
oh yeah,
out the glass. I was like, oh man, this is what we need.
It'll be the perfect venue or setup for us to go to do content because we can do stupid shit in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think for sure. I mean, if Atlanta gets it, cool. But I think Houston, they want that Houston-Dallas rivalry thing. Every other sport has it. Every sport, well, Arlington, but whatever. But yeah, but every sport has it. It's a fun thing with the Texas rivalries, and that's why XFL gave 3 teams to Texas. They were like, we want that triangle rivalry thing going on, and you saw it. So we'll see. I mean, at this point, Houston has a lot of stuff already, but what's one more sport on here?
All y'all need to be worried about right now is March Madness and the NFL draft. The NBA season's a wash, and the Astros ain't started yet. So,
yep. And it's a long season. So,
yep.
You made it to this point, man. Like, subscribe to the network. Follow us on Facebook for all your breaking news, Houston sports stuff, and big national news stuff. I got you covered. We have our TikTok, Instagram. We're all over the place. But make sure you subscribe here to YouTube, because we are going to be doing a lot more videos on different content for just strictly Astros, Rockets, Texans, Cougars, everything. Be nice to us, because the other people tell us we're stupid. So we don't need our own people telling us that. Yeah. The other fans don't like us in other places.
We rep our shit and they don't like it.
They're like, Houston sucks. Oh yeah.
Oh
Your
yeah.
team hasn't won shit for.
Oh yeah. Well, fuck you. I thought I had one.
But y'all be safe, Houston, in this rain. Enjoy probably this last cold front we're gonna get.
Enjoy that 50-degree cold front.
Yeah. But shit, we out. Y'all be safe in Houston. Later.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.